Hello everyone. In this lesson, we will continue from where we left and also see more formatting options of the Microsoft PowerPoint and create our next slide. Let's say, I'm just going to say year 2025 and I'm going to say terms and conditions apply. Okay. So now I'm just going to write a star symbol here. Okay. Right, so now you see that this star symbol is written up in in the top, right? So this asterisk symbol, now this is when you have something in the top, this view is called the superscript. Okay, so now the other way to do this is like this, right? For example, you want to say 2 to the power of 5, right? So now you say 2 and then 5, right? So if you have it like this, you select 5, just and then you click on the superscript option, and now this is how you can display 2 to the power of 5, right? So this is the superscript option. Okay, and now if at all you want to look at any other option apart from this, the other one we'll check is the second option, which is subscript. Okay, so now where to use subscript is not very often that you use, but then if you select 5 and click on subscript, it will come in the bottom, right? So for example, you want to raise um, temperature. Okay, so if I'm going to remove this, temperature is 32. And how do you write that symbol? Will not have it, so then somewhere you can just use superscript and then say C. Okay, then say then remove the superscript and say C. Right, so I'm just giving you an example of how you can use the subscript and superscript options, right? So now you see these options. Now I select everything, and then there are options like very tight, loose, normal. So this is basically the letter space, right? So whatever there is space between all of these characters, this is called character spacing, and you can use it to space your characters separate. So sometimes for impact, maybe you might just want to show it like this, right? Depends upon how do you want to use it, right? So that is the character spacing, right? So character spacing might not be directly available in previous versions of Microsoft, but then you can see them in uh, the latest versions. Okay, now the other options here that you can see is here the capital casing and the sentence casing, all the case, basically any case that you want to change, that you can do, right? So for example, I have terms and conditions apply, I want to emphasize and have everything in uppercase, I can select this, and you can see that everything here has become uppercase, so you don't have to retype it again, right? So but you just want everything in lowercase, you can just select lowercase. And if you want to do everything in capitalize each word, so first word of each of these words will be capitalized. So toggle case is very rarely we actually use. So one at one place it is capital, and one place it is not, so which is very uh, not useful or ideal as well, right? So then what we do is we look at the increase font and decrease font directly from here. Like for example, superscript, I can directly increase the font size from here or decrease font size from here. Even for headings also I can do the same thing. And let's say if I want to highlight any numbers or any specific word, you can click highlight options here. You can change the highlight options also from here, right? So and then click it, and then you have to select it and then click it, right? So you see that it got highlighted. But when you did highlight it, what happened is the text is not visible right now. So this is where you can change the font color also, right? So this is the font color option, and I'm going to select white and then click on this. You see this looks different, right? So this is how you select if you want to select anything uh, behind the text, right? So you select the whole uh, text and then click on highlight, and then if you want to select any text that you just want that to be any other different color, right? So you can just select that, right? So I'm just going to make everything yellow. You can see that this is how this is made, right? And what you can also see is clear all formatting. Like for example, now whatever we have done, these are all formatting options. but you want it to be default, like whatever it was there initially, you want that. You don't want any formatting, no bold, no italics, everything has to be removed. Then you click on this particular option, which is clear formatting, and then you can see that all of your formatting, including superscript, subscript, colors and bold and the names of the fonts, everything sets to default of your of whatever is was there in the beginning itself, right? So now we have just understood just laying out your content and styling it better using the formatting tools. In our upcoming lesson, we'll see continue from here itself and see what we can do in our other options and use them to make our presentations even better. Thank you. Hello everyone. So in this lesson, we'll look at the other options in formatting, right? So we'll also see how to insert pictures, shapes, and different options, right? So now we've seen in our previous session that we have started to create a presentation, right? So before trying to style our presentation, I'm just going to make another slide, okay? And this is a title, and then there is text, okay? Now you can see within the text here, there are a few options that you can insert. These are the same options that can also be done from here. Like let's say you say convert to smart art can also be done here. So these are like quick items that you can do, but ideally we'll all do from the top because it is even when there is no text box here also you can still do it. Okay, so that is the idea. Now let's add a title. Say year 26. Okay, now we want to add here a few things. Let's say order value was 9.99. Okay, so if I say 999. Okay, now if you see these options got enabled only after you started typing it. So if I remove everything, and if let's say you're clicking something out of this text box, you can see these are all not enabled. Okay, so let's go ahead and type this again. The average order value was 9999 rupees. Now you can see there are a few options. These options are called alignment options. Now this is align to left, this is align to right, this is align to center line. Okay, so when to use what depends upon your use case, right? So for example, if you have a single point only on your slide, then you might just want to have it in center. But you have multiple points and these are bullet points, then you might want to have it left aligned, right? So right aligned, very little we use in our context. Let's say if you are trying to do something like a signature, or let's say you are trying to write in a date, then only you can just say, and then you can just say you might want to do it in the right side, right? So it could be in the top also, or then you might want to select this, say right towards the right. Okay, so not every time you would want to do everything in the same box, right? So you can open another box like here. You can go here, and let's say I want to have my box here to be added. Okay, so if there's already another box like this, you might want to make it smaller if that is there. Now you can see here there's a box that is added, and maybe you might want to add your box out of this text here. You have to double click here and then paste it, right? So you have your date here. Okay, now in your newer versions of Microsoft, you can see that there are these alignment lines that are coming, right? So it shows you like where exactly you're positioning it, right? So let's say if you this is called snap, right? For example, if you are putting it here, and you will see there's a line. So basically what happened is this element and this element now are snapped to the top or aligned I mean in a way to be at the top, right? So now this happens multiple ways. Like for example, if I'm trying to bring it here, it will automatically snap to left, right? So you can feel it when you bring it closer, it will automatically move there and not easily move out of it, right? So you have to put a little effort, right? So now you see that this is snapping, and this will help you in alignment and make your presentation look beautiful, right? So you'll just see that okay, it is equally positioned everywhere, right? Okay, this is a very good place because left and right is equal, right? So that way it will happen. So I'm just going to put it here, okay, and now here's the date. I'll make it smaller so that it's within the frame. Now you've seen how to use a text box. In text box also, all these options are open. You can still use the font options and alignment options here as well, right? So you can do right line, you can do center line, and all of those things as well. Okay. So center line or right or left line does not matter if this is a floating element. Like here, this is not part of any other text item. So uh, and there's no border also. Let's say the right and left alignment will make more sense when you have a border sort of a thing to it, right? So right now we'll not look at the border sort of elements right now. This is good, right? Now you understood alignment. So there is something called the justified alignment. Let's say if you select this, if it's a single line, justified will not make sense. But now I'm just going to copy this here, a full stop, and then I paste it. I keep pasting that again and again. So it's like this. Now you'll see a small difference, which is I'm just copying this. Say paste this. Now what is happening? You see is I'm just going to paste it once again. Now when you click on left align, all of this text you align left. See, this is left align, and you see there's a space left out here. So now what happens when you select justified is whatever the extra space is left, it is distributed between words, right? So now you see that this space has been distributed. It looks close end to end, right? So it looks a little bit balanced. Now this is how your official letters are actually uh, like whatever documentation or certification that you print, all official documentation, most of it is justified so that it looks beautiful like this, right? So this is only a few places you might need justified, especially print documents require justified related content, right? So I'm just going to remove it from here, and I'll just keep it to left align. Now, if you want to, let's say there's another point which comes instead of the average water volume, you just want to say the total value was the average total value was 30,000. Okay, you can just say sorry. We'll see autocorrect options are also there. So just right click here and autocorrect if there's a spell error, like there was here now. So now you have 2 points. Now what you do select here is you want to select here by clicking on bullet points. If you click this, there'll be bullets. And if you want to customize these bullets also, you can either double click here or you can click here. You can see there's a different bullet options based upon how you are templating everything. You can have different various bullet options. But normally what we do is we only stick to this bullets, this one or this one, the open one or this one, right? So I'll show you something called this paint formatter option. So what this does is this copies any type of customized formatting that you have done here. Like let's say I'm just going to make it font color wise. Let's say I'm just going to make it green. If green is not visible, let me just make it something else like this. Okay, now, and the bullet point also have added it like this. Now copy formatter, what it does is if you click on this and select any other point, it will copy the formatting and give it back, give it or copy the same formatting and put it to these other points or other text elements also, right? So this is very useful if you have 2 3 slides and you want to copy the same formatting there also. Like for example, I want to copy this formatting across the presentation, then you just select this, right? But then but you have a lot of things to change formatting, but you're finalized on it. So what you have to do is here you have to double click on this very quickly. If you do, the paint option will be on. Then you can just select this point also, this point also. This is a little advanced. Not everyone is these aware at this stage while we are recording it. But then double click on this to lock your formatting so that you can paste it elsewhere. So in our next session, we will look at how to insert different types of shapes and pictures, and also see how do you align them properly to make your presentation beautiful. Thank you.